A woman who lost her husband, 3 children and 5 other family members in an aquaboat tragedy in Missouri believes more would have survived if the captain had insisted they wear life jackets. 17 people died in the accident, including Tia Coleman's children aged 9, 7 and 1. And she says whilst the family was shown the life jackets, they weren't told they'd be necessary. Bridget Burke reports.
Tia Coleman was supposed to be celebrating the end of a week-long holiday in Branson, Missouri with extended family, but instead she'll be returning home to Indianapolis today alone. A last-minute ticket mix-up saw her group of 11 turn up at the wrong boat ramp and given access to the ill-fated Ride the Ducks aqueduct.
The captain did say something about life jackets. He said, above you are your life jackets. There's 3 sizes. He said, I'm going to show you where they are, but you won't need them, so no need to worry.
Despite a severe weather warning indicating a violent storm was imminent, the World War II-style amphibious vehicle still entered Tabletop Lake. But less than half an hour later, it became overwhelmed in heavy winds and 4-metre waves.
When that water came over the boat, I didn't know what happened. I had my son right next to me. But when the water filled up the boat, I could no longer see. I couldn't feel anybody. I couldn't see. I just remember, I got to get out. I got to get out. And I don't know if somebody pushed me or what happened, but I hit my head on the part of the boat. And when I got out into the water, it was ice cold. And I remember as we were going into the water, they said that the lake stays pretty warm, like in the 80s. So I knew, since for it being so cold, that I'm close to the bottom. I'm not close to the top. And I just remember kicking and swimming up to the top. And as I was swimming up, I was praying. I said, Lord, please let me get to my babies. I got to get to my babies. I got to get to my babies. And I was kicking, and the harder I fought to get up to the top, I was getting pulled down. And I kept fighting, and I kept fighting. And then I said, Lord, if I can't make it, there's no use in keeping me here.
This video, filmed by a bystander on a wharf, shows weather conditions at the time. And as the Duck's 29 passengers, including Tia's family and 2 crew members, scrambled to get out, these pictures, filmed by a passenger on a much larger riverboat, show the aqueduct being tossed around like a toy.
And so I just let go, and I started floating. And as I started floating, I felt the water temperature change, and it got warmer. And as it got warmer, I knew I was to the top. So I stuck my hand out, and I kept swallowing tons of water. The waves were crashing over my face, and every time I get my head a little bit above water, I scream, help, help. And finally, I came up to the surface, and I saw it was a great big boat out there, like a river boat. And they were, oh my God, they were jumping in and saving people. They were throwing life rafts out to everybody. But I couldn't reach it. I couldn't get there in time. And so somehow I managed to get to the boat. These beautiful people, angels, I don't know who they were. They pulled me up. And when they pulled me up from the boat, I didn't see any of my family.
Tia Coleman was travelling with her husband Glenn, their 3 children, 9-year-old Reese, 7-year-old Evan and baby Aria. Glenn's parents, Belinda and Horace, were also on board, as well as an uncle, his sister and her children. All drowned along with 8 others, including the driver.
The biggest thing that stood out to me is no matter what, I felt like if I was able to get a life jacket, I could have saved my babies. Because they could have at least floated up to the top and somebody could have grabbed them. And I wasn't able to do that.
The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating the accident, which will include speaking to the boat's surviving captain. For Checkpoint, Bridget Burke.